without fouling. That's what they did in the second quarter. They were aggressive on defense, but they were fouling. This time, a great defensive gem by Robson Bornancin.
Well, when you talk about defensive gems, you talk about Rexona. It won't let you down. Bornancin getting that block. Cruz, good pass to Bornancin, who closed the layup, but he drew the foul from Cahayon.
Well, it's important for Marvin Cruz to make his teammates involved in offense. You have to give credit to Robson Bornancin because he was the one who made a defensive stop. We've been talking about this guy. There's one guy na ngayon nami-miss mo dahil where will Coach Lito get his offensive sack? This guy can give you, Mike Bravo, but wala na. Tapos na ang playing year.
Well, he is an offensive machine in his playing days here in the UAAP. A little bit too strong for Bornancin.
Sayang grabe yung fluidity nila in the first quarter, but yung na-pressure na sila, medyo nawala now. They're starting to doubt themselves, and they're starting to be frustrated. They're even missing from the free throw line. 2 misses. A big one at that for Robson Bornancin.
UP still looking for some offense here in this game. Cahayon, cross-court to Matamora. They bounce it outside as Baguion. That ball bounces and the rebound to NU. Matamora fakes the three. Out to Malcontento. Malcontento behind the back dribble. Baguion blocked away by Reyes and he gets the rebound. Ahead to Bornancin. UP still looking for offense. Bornancin out to Cruz. Inside, Bornancin wasn't looking, and they were lucky that Cahayon tipped it away.
So a change in the lineup once again. Still struggling for the proper combination is the team of Coach Lito Vergara. Josan Cervantes, who has not made a name for himself in the times that he was in, will be given a rest once again, and also Robson Bornancin. So a different combo and hopefully a better one on the offensive end para rito sa UP team.
Ryan, we've seen Mike Bravo and we've seen Javi Luna, but one guy that I think they're sorely missing, especially with the inside plays, is Abi Santos.
That's correct. It was like 2 weeks ago when this team learned that Abi Santos cannot play. So yun ang hinahanap kong offensive option in the post na kinakailangan nila.
Offensively, NU doesn't have any problems as Catamora hits that 15-foot jumper. Toti Almeda out to Reyes. Double teamed is Reyes. Taken away. NU has it. Malcontento tries to get it away. David with the hustle gets it back. David out to Almeda. Almeda fakes, fires, backs it in.
This might just be one play which is on the right direction for the rally aspirations of UP. Again, create some turnovers and score early just before the defense of NU sets in.
Orellana inside, the fake, the shot, missing it. The ball loose, taken by Ibanez. Ibanez gives it to Cruz. Back away pass to David, but he goes the layup. The foul is still not there. The battle for the loose ball, and the referee stops the fracas.
Some bad luck as well, hounding UP. They had more than 2 chances to make that layup shot and to complete that fast break situation for them. But it proved futile once again. Take a look at this logo. Malas din, may kasamang malas para rito sa UP.
A couple of close shots missed there by the Fighting Maroons. They're down by 8 with 5:46 left here in the third quarter. We've got a timeout. Welcome back here at the Araneta Coliseum. Just some pretty faces watching the ball game, and UAAP definitely is not short of that. And you're looking at Cara Formoso. She is from the University of the Philippines, BA Speech Communication. She is our Camiseta Girl of the Game. Be spotted as the next Camiseta Girl of the Game and bring home cool prizes from Camiseta. Camiseta, it's fun being a girl.
Now, this is one aspect in the game that UP should pounce on, and that is the free throw situation in the first 2 quarters alone. 11 out of 14 for close to 80% free throw shooting by NU, and only 3 out of 4 for UP. And this time, David made sure that he will make those 2 gift shots. 6.8 still being enjoyed by NU. And
a lot of time left for UP to catch up. And you already in the penalty. So every foul that the Bulldogs commit will send a Maroon on the free throw line. Orellana out to Baguion. This is Catamora. Catamora, left-handed drive, tries to clear some space, but Almeda ready for it. Mendoza for three. As time expires, that'll be a 24-second violation.
Too much passing that time by the NU Bulldogs, and 24-second violation will be called against them. Another turnover for them. And still 6 points being enjoyed by NU, and the press continues for the NU Bulldogs.
So Marvin Cruz now with the ball. For UP down by 6. Let's see what Coach Lito Vergara talked about in that timeout as Ibanez misses the shot. Let's go to Michelle Sartu from the UP side.
Alright, according to Coach Lito Vergara, NU is being very patient with their offense, and rather than forcing the issue with the defense, and UP, they are adjusting. So the advantage of UP this quarter is that they have better communication on court. So Coach is hoping to capitalize on that so that they can catch up. So back to you, Jude and Ryan.
So they need to communicate better. J.R. Reyes, wild shot. And Baguion pushes it up. Out to Catamora. He's a good shooter, and he shows it right there.
This Catamora has been hurting UP's cause. He's been shooting so well from the perimeter, and it's causing a lot of disappointments on the guards of Catamora at this point.
And David, really an unsung hero. He's the one who's scoring for the Fighting Maroons.
That's right. It's 8 points already for David.
Catamora against Almeda. Out to Mendoza. Then on the shot clock. Inside they go to Mollena. Mollena against David. Steals his way. Mollena forces up a shot. David with the rebound. So Marvin Cruz with the ball. UP down by 7. Cruz out to Almeda. Almeda shoots a three. And Miklat pushes it up. Miklat out to Catamora. Takes the shot. Dribble drive inside. Gives it to Baguion. Baguion for three. That's too long. Ahead to Cruz. He's got the front to beat. The foot race is on. Marvin Cruz is fouled by Miklat.
Ordinarily, it's a good foul by Miklat, but since NU is already in team penalty, Cruz will try his luck once again from the free throw line.
Let's go over now to Jeff Napa on the NU bench.
Coach Rico remind his boys to keep intensity up and attack on Almeda's defense and apply more ground rebounding. This is Jeff Napa reporting. Jude, Ryan.
Thanks, Jeff. So with the penalty situation, Marvin Cruz will shoot 2 more free throws for the Fighting Maroons.
Marvin Cruz, 4 points in the ball game. He played 13 minutes in the first 2 quarters, but now is being tested from the free throw line. Coach Lito Vergara hoping that Marvin Cruz will gain his senses back and play better here in the next 2 quarters. But Coach Lito has seen enough. He will give Gina Ferrer a chance to play, and hopefully Gina can spark this team to come back. You're just looking at the 6-point deficit. Still manageable at this point.
Baguion picks up his dribble out to Miklat. Miklat guarded by a much slower Kenneth Robin, and he took advantage.
That's just great recognition by Miklat. He knew all along that he was being guarded by a much slower man. So the best option is beat that man off the dribble, and he was successful with that under goal stop.
Robson Bornancin. Cross court they go. Here's Ibanez. Ibanez rises up. And it almost looked like a pass to David, but David really has been the saving grace for Coach Lito Vergara in this game.
That's right. It's safe to say, Jude, that without David, UP should be looking at a bigger deficit. But David, coming off the bench once again, that was not a very good shot by Ibanez. Those are not the instructions of Coach Lito Vergara. NU being in foul trouble, they have to attack early and score on the free throw line if they get fouled.
We've got a timeout by UP. We'll be back. Continues to ride on the momentum of their comeback. So the Maroons now only down by 1, and that's Abbas Pereiduni and Miriam Shamsgura. They're getting married in 2 weeks, and they are our select a Corneto, big Corneto shot. That big date would select a Corneto like UAAP's couple of the game and get a chance to win a new Volkswagen Beetle and other prizes with a big date text to win promo. To join, text